Everyone, thanks for visiting my channel, Movement with Cailin. Today is day 2 in my Pilates 14-day series, and today we are focusing all on the legs, so lower body today. Day 1 was all about the abdominals, so we kicked it off nice and strong. It was a good one, so I hope you'll check that one out as well. But for now, we are gonna go ahead and get started on our legs. So we're gonna start with a squat first. So we're gonna find a parallel stand. So I want your feet and ankles to be right under your hips, okay? And without the toes turning out to the side, I want the toes turned forward as well. And before we even get started, I want you to take 3 shoulder rolls. So go ahead and bring the shoulders up and back. And let's do 2 more. So just trying to loosen up the upper body and get that nice open posture in the chest and the shoulders. All right, so now I'm gonna face sideways so that you guys can see the alignment here. So we're gonna start into our squat. I want you to go ahead and start to sink your weight into your heels as you shift your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair. Arms can come forward, and then go ahead and lift back up. So let's do that again. Coming forward with the arms, sit back. Now hold here, look down at your feet. Can you see your toes? If you can't, that means your knees are too far forward. You need to scoot them back by shifting your hips back too. And then go ahead and lift back up. So we'll do that 10 times and lift. So the alignment here is key. So as you're bending the knees, you are keeping the knees aligned with the feet all facing forward, straight ahead. Good, weight in the heels as we sink back. Good, let's do 5 and 4. Last 3. Nice tall spine, last 2. And last 1. And then lift it up. Now, we are gonna come back to those squats, but first I wanna do some calf lifts. So coming back to that parallel stance, you're gonna go ahead and lift up onto the balls of the feet so you feel your calves engage, and then lower it back down. So again, we're lifting up, heels lift, and lower. Good, let's do 8 more. Good, think a string is pulling you up from the ceiling by the crown of your head, and your whole body is just coming with it. Good, we've got 6 more. Good, and 5. Last 4. And 3. Last 2. And 1. And with those, and with the squats as well, if you need a chair or something to hold on to, go ahead and grab one just to help with your balance. All right, so now we're gonna come back to those squats and add our heel lifts as well. All right, coming back into our parallel stance, we're gonna come back into those squats and then add those heel lifts. So, knees and toes facing forward. Go ahead and start to sit back into those heels. This time, hold it, lift the heels, lower the heels, and then stand back up. And then we sit back, lift the heels, lower and up. And coming back, lift, lower and up. Let's do 3 more. Takes a lot of balance when you lift those heels in that squat position. Good. Last one. This time I want you to hold it in the squat. We're gonna lift and lower. Lift the heels and lower. Good, let's do 5, 4, last 3, 2, and 1. This time lift and hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels and lift back up. Awesome, my legs were shaking on that one. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and widen our stance. So knees and toes are gonna come out to the sides. You can start with your hands here, just right on your hips. And the alignment here is the same, where we want our knees tracking over our ankles and toes. All right, so setting those feet up nice and wide. And then we're gonna start to bend the knees as the knees come out to the sides, and then lift back up. So bend and lift. Stay nice and lifted in your center, all the way through the crown of the head. Bend and lift. Good. Let's do 6. And 5. Bring the arms out to the sides for a little bit more support. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna lower it back down and hold. This time I want you to lift your right heel and lower, and then your left and lower. So we're alternating those heel lifts here, and lift, lower, good. Good, let's do 2 more each side. Last one. Lower, and then lift all the way back up. All right, we're gonna come back down into that squat. Hold it here. Good, we're gonna do some small pulses here. Good. Feeling that burn in those inner thighs and those quads here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting all the way back up. All right, shake those legs out for just a second. We're gonna do some single leg balancing work before we come all the way to the floor. So I'm just gonna turn to the side so you can see me better. You're gonna go ahead and bring your weight onto your right foot. So really make sure you're spreading your toes and feeling grounded in that right foot. So before we begin, just remember, one side is always gonna be stronger and weaker than the other. So this could be your better side of balancing, or maybe not so good. So just keep that in mind as we move. So finding that balance on that right leg, go ahead and lift that left leg up to a tabletop position. Again, a chair here would be helpful if balance is an issue for you. So holding here, really want you to feel that stability on that right side. And then we're gonna start to tip forward. Imagine we're one straight line in our upper body. Nice flat back as we tip forward. Send this left leg back behind you, and then lift back up. If you need to touch that toe down here in between, you can do that. Otherwise, keep that left side lifted, and then we're gonna come forward, reach that left leg back, and then come back up and lift. Good, let's do 2 more on this side. A lot of balance work here. This is my good side. Hate to see what my other side's gonna look like. And lift, let's do 1 more. I'm gonna see my really serious, focused face, trying to balance and look at something on the floor here. All right, we're gonna lift that up, hold, and then go ahead and bring that leg down and switch to the other side. So yeah, as you're moving, find something to look at. I like to look a little bit on the floor in front of me, and that'll help find more stability so that you have a nice steady point. So we're gonna move to our other leg. This is my leg that I do not have as good balance on. So again, sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna go ahead and start to hinge forward with that right leg coming back. And then we bring that leg back and then start to lift back up. You can see I'm a lot more wobbly on this side. And then again, we hinge forward, start to bring that right leg back, nice flat spine here, and then we lift up. Again, bring that right foot to the floor if you need to take a little bit of a break. And then we come forward. Okay, keep breathing here. If you hold your breath, it's just gonna make it harder. Make sure you're using that breath. This is our last one. Coming back. Uh-oh. And then sweep that leg back and lift. My left leg was done. Go ahead and shake it out. Good. All right. So we're gonna do 1 final squat that's gonna bring us all the way to the floor, and we're gonna stay on the floor for the rest of it. So you're gonna start at one end of your mat, bringing your legs nice and wide, about mat distance apart. Knees are turned out. And if you can do this, you're gonna squat all the way down to the floor. So you're gonna start to bend the knees, And then continue until you come to this nice wide-legged squat here. And just holding it here for a couple breaths. Shoulders down and back if you can. If you can't come this low, just come wherever you can. Take one more breath here. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and bring ourselves all the way to the floor. So we're gonna go ahead and sit all the way down. I'm gonna loop my legs around so I can face the other direction, but you guys stay right where you're at, just as long as you are in the middle of your mat. So I'm gonna lay all the way down here. Let's scoot back just a little bit. All right, and I want you to go ahead and keep your left leg bent with your foot on the floor. I just want you to make sure you have the back of your arms pressing down into the mat and the back of your ribs here. So your ribs, your head, and the back of your pelvis are all staying connected here to the mat. I want you to go ahead and bring this right leg up towards the ceiling. And I want you to start to flex the foot. As you do that, you're going to keep that leg in parallel and then reach the leg away as you lower it down almost to the floor, but not quite, and then point the toe and lift back up. So flex as you reach and lengthen, point the toe and lift. Flex, reach it away, point and lift. Good, let's do one more like that. Good, now keep the leg pointed, the toe pointed, and then reach it away like that. Flex the ankle, lift it back up. Point, reach it away, flex and lift. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Really engaging through the quad here and the hamstring. Last one. And lift. All right, now keep the toe pointed. We're gonna do some leg circles. So you're gonna bring that leg just a little bit towards you, send it out to the right, and then bring it down towards the floor, around and up. So it's out, down, around, and lift. Out, down, around, and lift. So you're really feeling a lot of engagement in that leg as you move the leg in the hip socket. This is also good core work here because you're trying not to tip that pelvis. Now hold that leg here. You're gonna reverse the circles. You're gonna bring it down, out to the side, around and center. Down, out, around, and center. Good, last 3. Last 2. Last 1. And center, go ahead and bring that leg in, pull it in. We're gonna do all that on the other side. So bring that right foot to the mat. Go ahead and draw that left leg up to the ceiling. Flex through your ankle, keeping it in parallel. Let me reach that leg away. Point the toe and lift up. Reach it away. Point and lift. 3 more. Reach, point and lift. Last 2. Last 1. Reach, point and lift. Now you're gonna keep the toe pointed and then bring it away. Flex the ankle, lift up. Point, reach it away. Flex and lift. Make sure those ribs are still pulling down into the mat. Good, let's do 2 more. Reach, flex and lift. Last one, reach, flex and lift. Good, now keep the toes pointed. And this is the one where we're gonna do those circles. We're gonna bring the leg out to the side, in and up. Out, around, and lift. Out, around, and center. Last 2. And keep that pelvis nice and steady. Keep that right leg grounded. Good, we're gonna reverse that. So we're gonna bring the leg down, out to the side, and up. Coming down, out, and center. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Bring that leg in. Awesome. All right, go ahead and bring both feet to the mat. We're gonna go ahead and bring both legs up towards the ceiling, and we're gonna do double leg lower and lift here. So I want you to go ahead and turn those legs out in the hip socket so that your knees and your toes are pointing out to the sides. Keep your heels glued together. Now keep the ribs connected to the floor. Inhale as you reach the legs away. Exhale as you lift back up. So really draw those heels together, feeling those inner thighs. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, lift. Good, let's do 4. Last 3. Ribs down, last 2. Last 1. Good, bend the knees in. All right, we're gonna do our frog legs here. So for frog legs, you're imagining that you have those bent frog legs out to the side. So heels are gonna stay together. Knees are out to the sides. Feet are flexed. Now I want you to reach the legs out. As you do so, you're gonna point the toes and then exhale, flex as you bring back to frog legs. Reach and point and exhale, flex. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flex. Let's do 4. Last 3. Last 2. Keep those heels glued together. Last 1. Good, and in. All right, bring those legs in. Place your feet to the floor. We're gonna do one last exercise as our bridging. So arms are gonna come down by your sides. Legs are gonna stay in parallel here. So we're gonna focus on our hamstrings in bridging. So the glutes will definitely be engaged, but I'm gonna help you figure out how to focus a lot on those hamstrings with some different positioning. So legs are in parallel, arms down by your sides. With a flat back here, go ahead and lift the hips up. Now when you're there, hold them. And now I want you to imagine that you're dragging your heels towards your back. So really think of pulling those heels towards you. That's going to engage those hamstrings. Now keep that engagement, lower the spine down, and then lift back up. And then we lower and lift. You might see bridging here again when we focus more on our glutes day. We definitely get some good hamstring work here. Good, lower, exhale, lift. Just finding that breath. And lift. Let's do 5 more. Tap, lift, 4, 3, last 2, last 1, hold it up there. Again, pull the heels towards your back, really engaging those hamstrings. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then lower the spine, coming all the way down. All right, go ahead and reach those legs out, long in front of you. Bring the arms up to the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, we're gonna sneak in one little ab curl as we roll through our spine. Come all the way up. Then you're gonna go ahead and reach for your feet and just let yourself stretch here over your legs. So the more you flex into those ankles, the more you'll stretch into those calves and hamstrings. So go ahead and do that, holding here. Take an inhale. And then exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Do one more like that, inhaling in. And then exhale, fold. All right, go ahead and come up to a full seated position. We're gonna finish with a butterfly stretch. So you'll have your feet together, knees are out to the sides. And I want you to start by sitting up nice and tall, trying to bring those knees as close to the floor as you can. Your knees may be up here, and that's perfectly fine if that's as far as you can go. So I want you to go to your range. Feel that inner thigh stretch here. Grow that spine nice and tall. And then I want you to hinge forward with a flat back first, and then go ahead and round over the legs. Taking a couple breaths here. Relax through those shoulders. All right, and then go ahead and bring yourself all the way back up. You guys just finished day 2 of the 14-day Pilates series. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't checked out day 1, you can go ahead and do that as well. That was abdominals. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I also have other videos on my channel. I have Pilates for pain relief, Pilates for kids, which we do some fun stuff. My kids are also in that video. And also we have some general Pilates workouts on there as well. So hope you enjoyed today and hope to see you back on the mat soon. Thanks so much.